Right then, roll up, roll up. Let's get going. Come a little bit closer. Come on, get a bit closer. Put one foot in front of the other and the rest of the body will follow. Who's popping in? Who's popping in to see Uncle Ian tonight then? That's what we've got to say. Roll up, roll up. Who's popping in? Roll up. Here we go. Roll up, roll up. Come a little bit closer. As I always used to say on the markets, put one foot in front of the other and the rest of the body will follow. Excuse me. Now, who won that? Andy in the cupboard, didn't he? Andy in his bloody cupboard, he won that. I've got to put it in his parcel. Andy in the cupboard. Andy in the cupboard. Here they all are. Here's all the bandits popping in. Hello, Thomas. Bonjour. Just in case you're not sure of what's going on, Thomas, I'll explain in a minute. Mighty Group, good evening. Ron M, here he is. Oi, oi. Jack Martin, Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. Mwah. Hello, Hannah. Nice to see you. Lucianne, look at that. John Benson's there. Poor old John, he's wanting a bid all weekend, he has. Chief Bandit's there, Jamie. Andy in the cupboard, just popped in out of his cupboard. Good evening, in, and I am saying good night at the same time. It's been absolutely fantastic weekend, says John Gamble, and I look forward to doing it all over again next weekend. Good luck with the auctions and the 3,000 subs. Thanks, John, very much. Amazing what you did. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love it. Thank you, John. Hannah's coin hunts. Hello, Hannah. Ron M. If I broke all my alphabet sets, Ron says, then I could maybe get to about 300 max. Wonder if that would do it. I wonder how many people are thinking that, actually, Ron. Jack S, good morning. Coins and more, there's Matt. Coin cupboard, what we at? I'll tell you in a minute. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. Take it easy. I should have got a couple of Cadbury's caramels ready, shouldn't I? Purple Fairy's there. Hello, lovey. Thomas, yeah, no idea what this is. You'll find out in a minute. Let's do this quick. I need sleep up at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'll just rush this just for you, Andy, shall I? Shall I just rush the whole thing so Andy can get up for work in the morning? Hello, Javid. Hello, Warren. I can confirm I saw 290 coins, mighty bid. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. Ron, 300 won't do it, says Andy. Charlotte, hello, my love. Nice to see you. Hit the likes, bandits, says Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. Hello, Danielle. Bless you. Hello, Lorna. Nice to see you, lovey. Hello, Mark. Excellent. Jamie Marriott, Chief Bandit, says, will you take any other coins? No. I don't want any other coins. Well, would I take any other coins? Well, see, couldn't really put that in at this stage, could I? Because if I did it, someone else would go, oh, that's not fair. I mean, I could think of other coins that you could put in with it. I could think of things like Flopsy and Peter Rabbit and Puddle Duck and things like that. But, you know, I've got a feeling that that would upset the apple cart if I went and put it in at this time of night. Andy in the cupboard says no, it's not allowed. So I take it no one wants to see the gold proof again. Seen it, you know what it is. You've seen the picture and all that. You're not bothered about looking at it again on a dodgy camera, are you? So coin cupboard's in at 291. He is. Andy, 291. What's that? £29, 10p. Have you done the draw for the 3,000 subs? No, Danielle. I just listed that early because they've done such a good job. Nice to see you, by the way. Hello, Scott. As Jack says, keep rules the same now it's gone through the day. Yeah, I wouldn't, I know, you know, it's tempting, but you can't. But you've given me an idea though, Jamie, certainly given me an idea. Why do we have to do the auctions necessarily for the 10p's when there's a lot of you bandits sitting out there with this hoard, this huge hoard between the lot of you of Flopsies and Peter Rabbits, which I haven't got. So maybe I'll come up with an idea. Jamie went in at 292, coin cupboard went in at 293. There's no point me writing this down, is there? I've got loads of stuff ready to auction, but there's no point, is there? We're not going to be doing that, are we? Might as well put all of that down there and forget that idea. Maybe give that to Steve tomorrow. I've got all these Olympics. I've got all these lovely silver proofs sitting here. I was going to have an auction for ages, I was. But, you know, still got all this to go through yet. Got another one of these, look. I ain't emptied it. Look. Still there. You think you clean me out of Olympics? I've got a load more. So, no point really bothering. It's late at night. I was going to, look, I even had, oh, look, I even got a Belfast error out. I've got an error Belfast out. Maybe I'll put that up here then. I'm going to forget, aren't I? I'm going to put it up there, then I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to spend it. I'll put it up there for thingy tomorrow. I'll put it up for maybe Steve for tomorrow. I think Steve's on tomorrow. Which one is it, Jamie? It's a full error. I do 2 errors. I think there's 2 errors listed on the website, and I can't remember which one's priced at which one. One's 50 quid and one's 75 quid. I think it's a full error. That's a full error, that one. But I can't tell you what price it is. One's 50, one's 75. But if you search Belfast error on my site, then you'll get the prices. That's what I charge anyway. Keep it for the live coinathon as a whole package, Ian. Yeah, I'll just, you know, I've got loads of stuff to keep. Now remember, if anyone just fancies sending through a couple of bobs through the old super chat, that money will go to Key Therapy for paying for someone's proper counselling. When I say proper counselling, I really mean proper counselling. They're not going to go to Relate. It's not going to pay anything like that and all that. Bottom end is going to pay for top end counselling. And I know because it will be Fran that will be doing it. And what she's wanted to do for a long time is she's wanted to have a little pot put aside. And she tries to put into that pot every now and again her own little pot. And she puts money into that for the people that can't afford her prices. And her prices I don't think are too expensive considering. I think she should charge a lot more than what she charges. So she puts a little bit of money into this pot of hers, and then every now and again when somebody comes through that really could do with her services and they ain't got the money to pay for it, she'll dip into that pot, and that's what I'm putting into that pot for, to help her so she can see somebody a bit earlier. I have a special idea for the coinathon. I'll be glad to hear of it, Warren. Please EMD TGE auction for coin cupboard. I don't know what that means, Ryan. I think you're too tired, mate. I think you need to go to bed. Jamie Marriott is 294 for the gold proof. Coin cupboard is 295. Jamie Marriott is 296. You're going to play silly buggers. See, now you lot, you want to go bed, right? You pretend you want to go bed, but you don't really. You're sitting there at home, Andy, in his cupboard, and he's probably sitting in his cupboard because the wife's relegated him out of there. She's kicked him right out of there and said, if you're going to do that, get in your cupboard. So he's sitting in his cupboard now, all hunched up he is, over the table. and you're messing about with like one bid extra at a time, one coin on top of the other one, and then one coin on top of the other one, and you want me to finish it early, you've got no chance. See, if you're going to go up one at a time, there's no way this is going to get finished before 6 o'clock in the morning, is there? You know what I mean? You need to start sorting it out, lads and lasses. Exactly as Ryan says. You need to grow a pair, get in there at 300, someone come in at 350, someone go in at 400, don't muck about, that's it. He's in, coin cupboard, 315. Nothing, Siri, go away. Siri. See? Don't mess about. If you want to get up, if you want to go to bed, because you've got to get up in the morning, don't go crying to me because this has gone on till 5 o'clock in the morning, alright? And if your wivesies come having a bash at me, I shall tell them straight. I'll say, now listen here, I shall say. You want to have a word with your man? Coin cupboard. I'm tired, Jamie. You started it with your extra one here and your extra one there. This could have been over 6 hours ago. You could have been in bed 6 hours ago cuddling up to your lovely wifey instead of sitting in your cupboard bidding on coins, one coin at a time. You could have just gone straight in there, no messing, shown that you're the man, Scottish balls, in there, 500 coins, no messing about. Instead of that, see, 330 we're up to. Can we get a peek at it? By the way, to all those people that I promised I would explain. So, if you're outside of England, in England we've got these new 10 pence coins, and they're called A to Z's because each one's got a letter on the back. So B is for James Bond, F is for fish and chips, and so on. And there's a picture on the back of each one. It's a bit like the American state quarters. So, pardon me, if you're in America, for example, and there was an auction going on and you could only bid in coins, and the coins that you could bid in must be the American state quarters, nothing else. One coin at a time. So you bid one coin, I bid 2 coins, I bid 3 coins, and so on. It's a bit like that, but over here we've got these 10p's. And I'm rinsing them, right? I am rinsing them right out of everybody. I'm clearing the lot as much as I can. I want them all over here because I know how much they're worth. And I've been telling people how much they're worth for so long, so I'm having them back. Anyway, so you have to bid in coins, right? So if, at the moment the bid is up to 300 and CC coin cupboard. So coin cupboard's up to 330. You can always try and leave you with a commission bidding and do it via text message and say its maximum bid will be 500. Then it will be on commission like in auction houses. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, I see. I got you, John. I got you. Yes. So, if one of you, I'll use John as the example. So, if one of you wants to go to bed, but you don't want to bid too much because you want to try and win it for the cheapest amount possible, then what you do is you text me. But don't go texting me a silly figure like 10 above whatever somebody else has got. You text me, right? So if it was John, he might text me and he might go, my maximum bid is 1,000 coins, Ian. So I see the text and I go, right, John's bid is a maximum 1,000 coins. So then, if I see a bid there of 330, I'm going to go, I've got a telephone bid of 340. And then that person might go 350 and I'll go, I've got a telephone bid of 360. And I'll keep doing that up to the maximum that the person has told me that they want to bid. Right? But I'm not messing about going backwards and forwards to me text because people start texting me their bids. That's not what I'm talking about. You've got to be able, you know, you've got to bid like a lot. If you're sitting there thinking, I want to go to bed, but I'm prepared to go to 1,000 coins, then trust me, I won't. I won't stitch you up. Text me and tell me you're going to go to 1,000 coins, and I will just bid in the increments. See what I mean? I won't stitch you up on it. I can't stitch you up on it because all I can do is just keep saying to people on the camera, I've got a telephone bid of. I've got a telephone bid of. You know, and then at the end of it, I announce the winner. And if it's the telephone bid, I announce the winner and go, well, I had that telephone bid all the way through. You see? So that's a good idea, John. So if anybody is wanting to go to bed and they don't want to sit up all night for this, because, you know, I'm not going to close it off while people are bidding. So as long as people are bidding an extra 5 above each other, then we will literally be here all night. And I don't care. I'll sit here all night. You know I will. I've done it before. So I'll sit here all night just to rinse every single last one of them 10p's out of you. Right, there he is. So we can show you one side with the plastic off because I can't get it out without touching it, and I don't want to touch it. Right, it is a beautiful, beautiful gold proof. Absolutely stunning. And I'll just put that back on. And there he is. Now you might think I'm daft, but I got 2 of these, and I really, really was going to put them on a pair of cufflinks. That's what I fancied doing with them. I know, I immediately made a lot of you go, oh my God. But yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to treat myself at some point. I was going to treat myself, and I really was going to put both of them on a pair of cufflinks. That's why I got 2. And if there's only about 400 minted, I had 2 of them. Well, I had 4 of them, I think. Good night, John. Thank you very, very much. We're talking a week. But if 2 people text you, then it will have to go for their maximum bid, won't it? Well, yes. I mean, if 2 people text me and say one person texted me and said 1,000 coins and another person texted me and said 900 coins, then I would look at those texts and go, the bid has just gone straight to 900 coins. There'd be no point me sitting here going, add 10, add 10, add 10, add 10, because they're both going to go up to a certain amount. So I would go straight up to the lowest bid of the 2. That's what I would do. I'd go straight up to the lowest bid of the 2, and then I'd go up a bit for the person who's gone a bit more. Do you see what I mean? So I do it completely fairly. I won't shaft anybody. Mind you, you know me by now, you know. What does proof mean? I'll let someone else explain that one to you, Thomas, because it's I always get into trouble when I go talking about proofs and all that. You know, I understand it in my head a different way to the proper terminologies and all the rest of it. What's the bid anyway? I don't even know what the bid is, you bandits. Come on. Jamie Marriott, you just fell in, have you? Do you know, I wondered how long it would take you to fall in. $330. Is it? Who's it with then? Who's winning at 330? Perhaps you can tell me who's winning at 330. Who's winning at 330? Shame we can't leave him in front of the screen. Coin cupboard. Okay. So Andy's now winning at 330. What's the retail price, says Thomas? Well, the retail price at the moment, you can get one of these for about 700 and something pound on eBay. The Royal Mint price is 900 and something. If I was putting this in my shop for sale, I'd be putting it in my shop at £1,000. I would be selling it for less. And knowing what I know about the Peter Rabbit situation, obviously, because I've invented half of the information. Knowing what I know about the Peter Rabbit, I'd say this will go to 2 grand within 2 years. But a lot of people, they wince at what I say about values. You know, I mean, all I've done today, whilst I've got you all online, and what is it you know, Ian? What is it that I know? Okay, so I know supply and demand because I have understood it and worked at it, and I've done my apprenticeship for 50 years. So I absolutely know supply and demand, and I know marketing inside out. Coins and more, can't keep his eyes open anymore. Nice one, Matt, thanks. Now's the time to talk, it will push your gain up. So these are things that I understand. I'm not being big-headed about it. I made my first sale at the age of 6, and I've been selling ever since, ducking and diving all my life, doing one thing or another, and I've owned a various range of businesses, done a various range of jobs. But, you know, I've worked at it all my life, worked markets, all the rest of it. So I totally understand supply and demand. And I know that if you make a coin, the rarest circulated coin in existence, everybody will go nuts for it once it goes in the national papers and a TV, which it will. So at some point over the next 6 months to a year, Peter Rabbit 2019 will absolutely explode. Maybe 18 months, but it will explode. And it will totally explode, and it will be like the Kew Gardens all over again. But there's only 400 in circulation, and we know that because we put them in circulation for free. We generated the hype from beginning to end, and you can see that on my videos, all about the Peter Rabbit and everything else. Night night, Purple Fairy. Night, Mark. So, you know, there are things that I know in my own head that I work. I'm not always right. I'm not perfect. Not always right at all. But I do understand supply and demand. And so a little lesson really that I'm teaching everybody over this weekend, and I often try and teach people what to look for, what the values are, how easily markets can be manipulated, like we're manipulating the market with the Peter Rabbit 2019, and we've been completely honest about that all the way through. It is a complete farce, and we're manipulating the arse out of that farce. So another way of manipulation is I'm having certain stocks of mine interfered with. And this, you don't want me to go into this now, but there's issues I have with Change Checker 288 Group, Westminster Collection, now the new Collectology and the Royal Mint. Lots and lots of issues, and it's hampered a lot of my supply. Now I know that the A to Z's, what the values is, just like you. I know what those values are, but in my head, I see a completely different value to you. I know exactly where they're going to go up to. Within 3 years, I know exactly the price they're going to go up to. So I decided I'd have a bit of fun. We'd do things a little bit different. And I'm not on much of a battery. We'd do things a little bit different, and we'd have fun with the auction. And I would put things up for, just in case I need that to go back on. Coin cupboard is at 350, is he? And I'll give you part 2 to it after, because otherwise I might miss this. But there's a very important lesson I'm teaching everybody this weekend with this gold coin. People think I'm mental, and you know, giving this coin away like this is losing me money. People thought that when I stayed up for 36 hours and we did a live weekend. You should have seen the bargains, mate. Mr. Mighty, if you'd have been around then, oh my goodness, would you have filled your boots? Ask some of these bandits, they'll tell you. They'll tell you how they had it off. See you later, Hannah. Told you to get more coins, Jamie. I thought that's what you've been doing all day. I'd so much like to take this out of its box. Just play with it. Play with it in my hand. I don't see the point of owning something. See, so many of you would take this coin and put it in the cupboard with such pride and everything, and yet, you know, for me, it's like, if I'm going to own something valuable, I want to touch it. I want to feel it. I want to give it a little feel in my hands. I couldn't, I think I'll probably do something with that cook that I've got, the gold cook, because I don't think I could ever keep something so valuable and never touch it. And of course, the minute you start pouring it, you know, but I couldn't own something like this really without touching it. I want to touch it, I want to get it out and feel it. Andy says he took his last gold proof out of the case. Ian, whoever is sorting the shifts out for the coin-a-thon is needing my number. Just get them to text me a slot. Good night all. I will, Hannah. Jamie says, I've got some, but people asking silly prices. That's because of this weekend, Jamie. You've already put enough fingerprints on the capsule. Well, ain't you supposed to touch the capsule as well? Oh, get away. You'll have to give it a buff up. At least I didn't touch a coin. To be honest, don't really want to sell my flopsy, as I reckon they will increase. Why not wear soft gloves? Seeing the size of my hands, John. I have trouble getting one size gloves to fit me. Most of them soft gloves come in one size gloves. And it's also the feel of it. When I've got, when I've got those material gloves on, it feels like cotton wool in my hands. And I hate touching cotton wool. I'm one of those people that don't like touching cotton wool. You know. So where are we then, you tight asses? 350. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just go and make myself a cup of tea in a minute then. Because I just think, you know, I think you're all sitting there pretending. I think Andy's sitting there in his cupboard, he's pretending. He's probably got the ump because his missus has thrown him in the cupboard. Pretending, just sitting there waiting, you want to keep me up all night. And you're not really, you know, interested in bidding yet, not for another 2 hours. And then maybe you'll get started. Is that it? Or we're going to start going in. A nice round 7 bags, 350. 7 bags, 35 quid. Imagine that, Andy. If it's 35 quid's worth of 10p's that you've actually got from the post office or the bank, wherever, and you've got them at face value, and you're sitting there with that many bags, and you use them bags to buy gold proof. Amazing. How amazing would that be? Could you imagine the video that you would get and the hits that you would get off that? If you put a video up telling people how you just bought this gold proof for 35 quid, you'd have 1 million hits in less than 12 months, I reckon. And I even gain out of that, because no doubt whoever wins it, if they, well, providing it's somebody that does a video, but whoever wins it, if they do a video, they're going to tell everybody exactly where they bought it. So that's a win-win for me. But I'm just gonna roll a little chuff. I mean, I even have one of these I was going to put up tonight. Look, Paddington, I was going to do that. Why is it gold and silver at the same time? Why is what gold and silver? This, you mean? It's the camera doing it. I picked up a silver proof earlier on, put it in front of the camera, and even in my eyes it looked gold colour, but it wasn't. It was silver, but it looked gold, you know. But it's not. This is absolute gold. And let me tell you, Thomas, or anybody else that happens to be watching, gold proof and silver rabbit. Silver rabbit? No. Well, if it is, well, it looks to me like the rabbit's in gold. It's not silver. See, the one thing all these bandits know, Thomas, right, is they know, first and foremost, they know whatever they buy from me is guaranteed to be genuine. They know that. And they know if they came back to me and said there's a problem with it, they know I deal with it. So they all absolutely know that. They all absolutely know whatever they buy off me is absolutely genuine. And they all know how far I'd be prepared to go for my customers to put something right. Most of them have been around a long time. You know, we're not a massive company. You see, this is my house. We're not a massive company, but you know, we do our best. Literally do our best. Mighty Group's in with 370, coin cupboards in with 375. See, now you're getting a little bit better, right? Remember that pair I said earlier on? Remember, Andy, when I said earlier on about growing a pair? Do you remember? Well, that pair, that's starting to get a little bit bigger now, isn't it? It's starting to grow. Hey? They're no longer little tiny nutses, they're growing. Because look, you're not coming in at 1s and 2s anymore. Now you're in at 5s and 10s. 400 with coin cupboard. Thomas Wilkinson, 500. Let me ask you, Thomas, are you one of our customers? Because, no. Okay, so, whilst we're doing this, I won't end it till we come back. If you go and do it a bit lively, go over to our website, www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. Go and buy something, buy some guides, anything. It doesn't matter what you buy, but you just need to go and buy something so we've got you on the system. And to prove I don't want any money off you, just go and use a voucher code FIVER, which is capital F-I-V-E-R. So just go and buy something for £5 and whatever penny, whatever, 20p, don't matter. You'll get charged £1 postage, but that's just to confirm that, you know, you're real. And so we're not getting any money out of you. And just buy something, and then you're on the system. I've got you on the system, because I don't know who we're talking to if you're not a customer. If you're serious, then we'll take your bid of 500, no problem. But, you know, you've got to know what you're bidding. And Night CC, is Andy in the cupboard going? So Mighty Group's in at 500. And he's knocked Andy out. Andy's gone as nights. See you later, mate. Well, we're just going to find out, Jamie, if it is a genuine bid. He came in at 500, and then so did Mighty Group. So if Thomas is, no disrespect saying this, Thomas, but if Thomas's is not a genuine bid, then the bid goes to Mighty Group at 500. But oh, I was commenting the guy who bid 500. Okay. So, Thomas, if you go and do that, I will know, because it will come on my phone here. Gold proof silver rabbit. Oh, did I? That's that predictive text. It should have said Peter Rabbit. Doing it now. Okay, that's cool. And then you understand, of course, that what you're bidding in is 10p coins, A to Z 10p coins. So if your bid is 500 and you win at 500, then you're sending me 500 A to Z 10p coins, right? That's how you're paying for it. Physical A to Z 10p coins. Sorry to be specific, but there have been a couple of people that have not quite got it today. So that is literally what you're what you're going to pay me in. Right? So, I'll roll a fag while you do that. And then we've got you in. And if that's what you win it for, that's what you win it for. Low battery. Wait a minute. Oh. I just got to get a wee and a cuppa, so just bear with me and we'll just have a few minutes. Just a sec, be there in a minute. Right then. Comfies. Let's see who's having it then. Let's see if we've got Mr. Thomas. Oh. Oh. Right, where are we with Mr. Thomas wants to know what's an A to Z coin. Laugh out loud. That's not funny, Mr. Thomas, because I did explain to you right at the beginning when you came on what an A to Z coin was. An A to Z 10p coin, a bit like an American state quarter. But we have to expect that these kind of things are going to happen. So, what we're going to do, because I don't think Mr. Thomas's bid is serious. And it would be a shame to have it all fall apart just at the end there. With people yeah, that's not too funny, Thomas, because people have been going off. People have been going offline and going to bed thinking that you've outbid them. You know, and that's really unfair. Okay, Thomas, I see you've joined the website. Thank you very much. But that's now just messed things up for us tonight, because we were getting ready to put a winner for this, and we've been working on this all weekend. So Beach says, Ian, you have to end the bid now. Give the others a chance as they slept now. Yeah, it's, you know, they've gone off. They've just gone off and got the ump, no doubt. What to do? Hello, Coin World. How are you? Jamie says, I think to be fair, carry it over another day. Hello, Carrie. Oh, I see. Okay. Jamie says, I'm happy. Mighty don't like to win by default. Ian, me and Jamie agreed to extend it. Yeah, we should. It would be wrong not to give Andy the chance. Okay, so where was we on the bid then? Who's got the highest bid so far? And we'll do that, because that's what you're all saying, and what you're all saying is going to be fairer than anything I can think of. You know, the fact that you lot are agreeing on it is enough for me. So that's what we'll do. And could Jamie and Mighty keep bidding tonight and then give Andy the chance to outbid the total? I don't know if they'd want to do that. And there wouldn't be any point, I don't think. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's taken the fun out of it. It has. It's totally flattened it, hasn't it? So what we're going to do is I'm happy for a 10 p.m. carry on tomorrow evening. Jamie, point this up around. I'm happy for a 10 p.m. carry on tomorrow evening. The plan going on the phone doesn't sound like it. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean that's what the top bidders have said. So you know, I think we ought to respect that. That's what the top bidders have said, and I think we ought to respect that. So we'll carry it over tomorrow. Steve doesn't know yet, and and you guys are pushing the price up yourselves. Yeah, well, I guess they are in a way because they're giving somebody else the chance to come in and outbid them. So, but I think they're being fair. I think what they're doing is they're being nice and they're being fair. And it sounds to me like they're both putting that above their own personal gain. And I think that's to be commended, really. I mean, how many people do you know that would do that? I don't. I don't know many people that would, gain of that, I don't know many people. So, apart from my customers, as it goes, I don't know many people out there, but my customers, different class, different class. So, yeah. Yeah, I can see that there is a little bit of thingy there. You know, not everybody is in agreement, but at the end of the day, if you're going to take notice of anybody, you've got to take notice of your biggest bidders, isn't it? Really. They're the people running the show, and if they say no, and they're quite right, you know, it has flattened it. It's I mean, I don't think any one of you now, if we just carried this on and got a winner, it would be like, you know. So we can maybe get a little bit more exciting about it tomorrow, and yeah, in fact, it will be Mighty Group and Jamie that choose the time. It's down to them. So if 10 o'clock is what they both want, then 10 o'clock tomorrow is what it is. Is that all right with you, Mr. Mighty Group and Jamie? Because I think it was you, Mighty Group, that suggested 10 o'clock. You know, and I guess they're also seeing that, you know, the cost of this is literally, I mean, what are we talking about here? 500 coins is 50 quid, isn't it? 400 coins is 40 quid. You know. Yeah, fine with me. 10 p.m. onwards for me is good. Jamie, does that work with you? Yes. How much you paying? Laugh out loud. Paying who? I don't have to pay my bandits anything. You know, they might come along here and get a good screw. They come along, they get a good deal, and they come along and they nip in and they get deals faster than a ferret up a drain pipe, things like that. But on the other hand, you know, they come through. They really do. You know, it's not just one-sided. It's not one-sided from me. It's not one-sided from them. That's the kind of community we're building, and I'm really proud of that. Ian, is it just for these three or everyone? No, it'll be for everyone, because once the bidding starts again, it'll be anybody that could come in. So they are taking that risk, and you've got to take your hat off to them for that. You know, you really have. I'm really touched, I am, you buggers. Really am. So I tell you what though, we will have a little bit of fun for what, half an hour, or for, if you want to stay on for another. Yeah, exactly, Danielle. If you want to stay on for a little bit, we'll have a little bit of fun with something else. All right. There's not many of you on, so you'll get a couple of bargains, and that will sort of make up for it a bit. Maybe we'll get a bit of the oomph back. Maybe we'll get a little bit of. Maybe you can still all go to bed a little bit happy. Yeah. Let's do something. I've got another Gruffalo in a package. So if you want another one of them, another one that is going to go mental in prices within 2 years, 3 years. So we'll get a little bit of that back, and then, you know, that will stop me thinking about that, and then I won't start blubbing, because you lot are just flipping phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I've had customers of all walks of life over the years, thousands and thousands of customers, and I can't tell you that what I've got here in this community that you lot have built is just absolutely. Anyway. Yeah, well, it means a lot to me, it does. It does. Get on with that. A minute. Whoops. Done it now, anyway. Oh dear, pardon me, embarrassed myself again. I'm so sorry. Anyway, right, where was we? Get back to normal, way. Just to make sure, Ian, if I win, can I just buy 4 off the site and you keep them? You can. You can. What a place to freeze. It's crashed, sorry about that. Pardon me. for a bit. I'll just label it as having a chat. Unless you all don't come on, and then I know you want to go to bed. If you don't want to go to bed, you can come on. How's that?